up until the age of about 25, the best way to describe myself would be a bit of a loser. I was partying way too much, very often alone in my bedroom. I wasn't dedicated to anything. I used to make a lot of music back then, but I just wouldn't put it out, or I would spend random bunches of time on it. I wouldn't actually segregate a section of my life to it. Wasn't exercising, was not catching up with any of my friends, right? Wasn't even dating. I was just existing and getting high way too much. And I'm saying all this because it sucked. I was depressed all the time. My whole family were on antidepressants and I was the only one that wasn't. And I thought I needed to get on that stuff. And I didn't really think about the fact that it could have been the drugs or the lack of personal connection. So if I could give my 20-year-old self one piece of advice, it would be find a discipline. Find something that you enjoy and do that shit every day. Every day. Especially when you don't want to do it. For me, that was working out. I found that when I was 25. I'd tried to go to the gym like 5 or 6 times before that. I signed up, went for a week or two, didn't see any results, and left. Didn't go back. Now, I know that I'm not like super jacked or anything, right? But I was basically a stick insect at the time. And to this day, I still haven't felt anything quite as exciting as when I finally started to grow a little bit of muscle. I got compliments from people. Women showed me a bit more attention. My friends complimented me. My family noticed. It felt so good, this burning desire inside me, like something lit up inside me. I was like, oh my God, for the first time in my life, it feels like the hard work that I've been putting in for the last 3 or 4 months is paying off. I realized at 25, the reason why my life sucked and I had absolutely no control over it was because all my life I had been living in such a hedonistic way, only doing whatever pleased me in that moment, whether it was drugs, whether it was just laying around sleeping or scrolling on my phone. I had absolutely no discipline. When you live like that, you don't earn anything. I didn't deserve shit. That's why I didn't get shit. In order to have the life you want, you have to earn it by doing the difficult things that you don't really want to do. So my biggest piece of advice for myself when I was 17, 18 would be find something that you enjoy and do it, especially when you don't want to do it. Fuck your motivation. You can watch 400 motivational videos in a row and it's not going to change your life at all. It's just a distraction. It's just entertainment. David Goggins yelling at you for 25 minutes while you're lying in bed at 3 a.m. is not going to do anything. You might run the next morning even and nothing changes. You've got to create these habits. You're only as strong as the systems that you create. And if you don't have any systems, you're pretty weak, because anything can get in between you and what you want, right? Let's say you want to go to the gym and you go for a week or two, and one day you have to stay longer at work and you're a bit tired, and so you skip the gym. Well, what about all the other times in your life that you're going to be tired? Right? What about all the other times when you have to do things that you don't want to do, but you're tired? That's not going to be an excuse. It's not going to be good enough when you're 35 and you have kids. When your wife's pissed off at you because you don't want to look after the kids because you're tired. Or you don't want to clean the house because you're tired. You don't want to show up for work because you're tired. You don't want to do anything because what a shit excuse. What a terrible excuse. Like, what are you going to do? You're just going to be tired your whole life? I'm really passionate about this because it hurts how long I spent being that version of myself, allowing myself to just be a loser, to be constantly behind. Because if you're not constantly getting better, then you're getting worse. And it doesn't mean you have to spend your whole life, 16 hours a day, working on the same shit every day, but like getting better at something every day. It feels incredible, and it compounds, and it gets better and better, and one thing leads to another. So if you get good at the gym and that becomes a habit, it becomes a routine. You don't even think about it anymore. And now you have room for another thing. You can create another good habit, and the gym is now not even a thing. It's just like you do that now, right? You can now create better eating habits, right? And then that becomes a habit, and now you don't even think about that. So that goes in the part of your brain that you don't even have to go to. It doesn't cost any energy, right? And then you can do another thing and another thing. You can start a business, and then that becomes second nature, and it becomes a habit, and then your sleeping habits get better, and all these things, they become your life. They become who you are, and you don't even have to worry about using any energy. You don't have to worry about discipline anymore, because it just becomes a part of you. It's not even an option for me to like skip the gym, for example. No matter how exhausted I am, no matter how much I don't want to go, my muscle memory will take me there. That's like the best way to describe it. The other day, I had a big day at my new job, right? And big week. And I was driving and I was thinking, I'm just going to skip the gym today. I can't, I'm so tired. But my arms didn't even let me. They like turned off the freeway. Because I knew deep down, it's just like, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to go home. I have never regretted doing the thing, but I have regretted not doing it, Even a shitty workout, even just showing up is so much better. If you can compound that over and over again. This is why motivation is terrible. Motivation doesn't mean shit. It's nothing. It's just a burst of energy for like maybe a couple days, possibly a week. If you can tap into how good it feels to be good at something, if you can tap into how good it feels to be good at something, and like you do that shit every day, the confidence that builds, if you have never experienced it, oh my God, you're missing out. You got no idea how good it feels to be disciplined and to just see yourself surpass yourself over and over again. And then in a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, you get to look back and you're like, oh my God, look how far I've come. I wish you could know what that feels like. I'm not a celebrity. I'm just some random guy that might have come up on your phone or your computer, and like, I can tell you that like, that transformation from going from where I was to where I am now, and what I've learned in that process, because I decided to just do it even when I didn't want to do it, is just better than any drug I've ever tried. And I have tried a lot of them, nearly every single one of them. I don't know, maybe you can feel the passion through it. Just pick one thing. Just pick one thing. Pick one thing and do it over and over again for 6 months, and it will become ingrained in you. And then it won't even feel like you need to do it. It doesn't even feel like, oh, I have to do it. It's just, no, I do that. That's just what I do, like breathing, like brushing your teeth, like taking a shit in the morning, whatever. It's just, this is what I do now. And I promise your life will be so much better. You'll get everything you want if you just work for what you want. I guarantee it. It might not be exactly how you imagined it, but it will be even better. It will be even better because it's real. It's real. Like, fuck. I've got a long way to go, but I get to look back on where I was even just 3 years ago. And that time's gonna pass, regardless of what you do with it. You know, you want these things. Like, imagine if you had them. Imagine how good that would be. Like, dude, I'm getting like amped up just talking about it. Oh, fuck. That's the fun part of life, is that you can just do whatever you want, and you can truly be who you want to be. And I know everyone has a different place where they start. You know, I'm quite privileged in a lot of ways. I know that a lot of people are not as privileged, but you can still do the things. You can still push yourself in any discipline and become really good at it. It doesn't matter where you come from. I truly believe that. I feel like I might have got a little bit carried away there, but I guess the biggest takeaway from this is choose a discipline. Fuck motivation. And do that shit like your life depends on it, because it does. Because it does. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say.